something in my soul leaped the day that I heard about ACN.
ACN isn't just what I do, it's who I am. Who I am.
We will never again look at ACN the same, ever.
2020, it's not going to be just another year. It's going to be a historic year.
Our comfort zones are our danger zones. Nothing happens in comfort.
It starts with you.
How many of you want to take off?
Welcome, ACN Pacific. Are you ready for the biggest shake-up in ACN's history? Now, before we get started, I'll just let you know that this webinar will be available at 5 p.m. today. And on top of that, all the information that we're going to cover is going to be released. So we're going to provide you with the compensation plan as of 1st of August in that same email, the ACN Opportunity PowerPoint presentation, and the ACN Opportunity Overview document. Okay, all other information will be released on the 1st of August. So this has been an incredibly exciting July so far with the announcement of our MATE partnership. But to really get this year going and firing, to hear about this biggest shakeup in our history, I'm going to hand over to co-founder Mike Kupitz. Mike, are you there?
Yes, I am there here. Good morning, Gerard. I hope you're doing good.
Absolutely.
And yes, obviously we've got some great information to cover. And let me start off by thanking all of you that are joining this Zoom webinar. I can see that we've surpassed 600. We're approaching, looks like we're approaching 700 people. That's fantastic. What we're going to do today is we're going to cover the information related to the changes in the compensation plan. As Gerard said, those are going to start on the 1st of August this year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through a PowerPoint. I'm going to highlight all of the changes, but everything is going to be sent to you, as Gerard said. So just listen closely. You don't have to worry about taking screenshots of the PowerPoint presentation that I'm going to present to you. And you certainly don't have to worry about taking notes because, again, everything's going to be sent to you following this call. All we really want you guys to do is just listen closely, and I'm going to point out some of the key things that we're doing. Now, before I actually get into the information, I just want to share with you that, ACN, our focus has always been to be a long-term business opportunity. And what does that mean? When we started this company in January of 1993, a lot of people, always asked us, what was the things that was most important to us? And, we never cared about how fast ACN would grow. And I know that sounds strange to some people because, a lot of people in business, in the back of their mind, they say, well, we want, everybody wants their company to grow fast. Growing fast to me is a luxury, and to the other co-founders, that's a luxury. And if that happens, that's great. But the most important thing for us is that we realized that we were bringing people into this business, people that we knew, friends of ours. And then those people had contacts that, we met through the people we knew. But these people were making a commitment to joining ACN. They were committing their lives to being a part of this business, which means they were taking advantage of the ACN opportunity. So the most important thing to us was that we were around long-term, because if people were going to dedicate their life to ACN, and they were going to work on building a residual income by acquiring customers, we wanted them to just have comfort knowing that that was our top priority, that we were going to be in business for the long term. And there were a lot of people out there that bet against us. There were people that said we'd never make it, past our first year or our second year. And we did that. There were people that said we'd never make it to our 5th year or our 10th year. And obviously, we did that as well. People have been betting against us since we started, but because we have our priorities straight and our intentions are right, we've been able to create a business called ACN, and we've been in business for a very long time. Now, we're almost approaching 28 years, which really proves that we are a long-term opportunity, because very few companies in our space has ever been in business as long as we've been in business. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of companies that we've seen come and go over the years, and we're going to see more companies come and go because a lot of companies don't have their priorities straight. So whenever we do make enhancements, or whenever we make adjustments, or whenever we make changes, it's because it's for the well-being of our business. And there's a much bigger picture to our business than just one aspect of our compensation plan, or one commission rate, or one cab. You can always focus on one thing, and whether we go up, whether we go down, whether we adjust to the right, whether we adjust to the left, you can always look at one thing, and whether you like it or not doesn't make a difference. What we look at as a company is the whole thing, the whole picture, the whole model. And the adjustments we're making right now is for the next 10 years, for the next 20 years, because we want to stay relevant, and we want to make sure that everything we're doing is applicable to the opportunity today. And obviously we've got experience, we've got the knowledge, we've been in business for a long time, and all we're thinking about now is what do we do today moving forward, so we have the best opportunity, not only for the existing IBOs, but for every new person that joins this business from today going forward. And that's what we think about every day. How do we stay relevant? How do we stay long-term? How do we continue to grow over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years? So these changes are just a part of that. So I'm going to cover this information with you right now. Again, you don't have to memorize everything I'm going to discuss with you, because we're going to send everything to you, and you guys will have plenty of time to digest it. So I'm going to really just give this presentation to you in a very high level. So I'm going to cover some of the numbers, some of the percentages rather quickly, but again, everything will be sent to you, so you'll have plenty of time to look it over and digest it. So let's go ahead and get started with the presentation. And in order for me to do that, I'm going to share my screen with you, so just bear with me for 1 second. Okay, I believe everybody here can see me now. I see the presentation. Okay, so the compensation plan enhancements are going to take effect on the 1st of August. Now, what's new? What are we going to talk about? Well, the first thing we're going to talk about is we're going to be introducing a new monthly business support fee, and I'll explain what that is and what that covers in this presentation. We are also going to be changing the sign-up fee for both New Zealand and Australia. We're going to be reducing it. We've also got new customer bonuses, which I think all of you are going to be really excited about. We're also adjusting the customer acquisition bonuses, or the cabs. We're just moving some of the money around, and that's based on the modeling that we see in the business today. So we feel that's going to be a huge benefit to you as well. We've got some enhanced personal and team residual commissions. We're adjusting the RVP Gold and Platinum designation requirements. And we're also going to adjust the commissionable revenue on just a couple services. Most of the services will stay what they are today, but there's just a couple services, and I'll address that in just a moment. But let me talk about the monthly business support fee. So obviously from August 1 going forward, for Australia and New Zealand, when new IBOs join, they're going to have a monthly support fee. And for Australia, it's going to be $22 per month. Now that does include GST. And for New Zealand, that's going to be $23 a month. And that does also include a GST. Now, what does the business support fee include, or what does it cover? Well, it covers all the business related items that are available to support every IBO in this business, which is an ongoing support. For example, personalized websites, which you guys know are hosted and updated daily. Also the complete customer and IBO support, marketing tools, Pacific Compass, which is a resource center, your dashboard, report center, and also training on products and services. And that's what this fee is going to cover. And every IBO, it's going to be a mandatory fee that every IBO will pay going forward. Now let's talk about the changes to the sign-up fee. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to be reducing the fee. So here's what the cost is going to be for someone to join. In Australia, we're going to reduce the sign-up fee to $275. Now, again, that does include GST. And just to compare what people were paying, which most of you are aware of, people are paying today $549. So that's a significant drop in the sign-up fee. Now, when somebody joins in their very first month, they're going to pay the $275, but they're also going to pay their first month upfront, the $22, which is the business monthly support fee. So for somebody to join ACN in Australia, instead of paying $549, what they're paying today, they're going to pay $297. So it's significantly less. And then obviously the second month and thereafter, they're going to pay the $22 per month, which is their business support fee. Now for New Zealand, it's going to be $287.50. That's going to be the sign-up fee. It was $449. Then they're going to also pay their monthly business support fee in addition to that, which is $23. You add those two together. For someone to sign up in New Zealand, it will be $310.50. That covers their first month. And then obviously from the second month going forward, they're going to pay the $23 per month, and that's their business support fee. So that will be that's what people will do when they're joining ACN from August 1st going forward. Now with the reduced fee, there's going to be some benefits to that. And what are those benefits? By reducing the fee, we're actually reducing the barrier of entry for prospects who want to become independent business owners or IBOs. Now, this is going to increase the number of IBOs getting started in ACN, which is going to give you more opportunity to grow your business. And also keep in mind, a lot of IBOs were paying for YBA. That's almost $40. And they were also paying just recently for downline reporting, which is now your back office reporting. But here's the changes we've made. On July 16th, we stopped charging for YBA and DLR. So from August 1, everyone's going to have full access to the new back office, including unrestricted access to the new back office reports. So even though people are paying a monthly business fee, what they're not paying for anymore is downline reporting, and they're not paying for YBA. And most people were paying for downline reporting. I'm sorry, let me rephrase it. Most people were paying for YBA, and about 15% of people were just paying for downline reporting. Those fees are gone. So YBA was almost $40 a month, and downline reporting was almost $10 a month, including GST. So those are gone. Those are all going to be included in the monthly business fee. So that's a positive. Now, some people were asking, well, what's going to happen to YBA points and the billing volume? Because as you guys know, we do allow you to use that as you're building towards, your higher senior positions in ACN. So the points and billing volume will continue to be awarded to IBOs for those who are paying their monthly business support fee, as long as it's current and on time, and for as long as YBA points remain as an ACN feature. So that's not going away. Everything will remain as intact as you guys are used to it. Now, as far as the renewal fees, we're still going to have an annual renewal fee, but it's going to be significantly less. And here's what the fee will be. For Australia, the fee will be $55. And again, that does include GST. That was $163.90. And for New Zealand, the annual renewal fee will be $57.50. And again, that does include GST, and it was formerly $170. So obviously the renewal will be significantly less as well. Now, let me explain a little bit of the transition and timeline for both Australia and New Zealand, because we do have obviously new IBOs starting on the 1st of August, and they'll be a part of the new compensation plan. But, some of the questions we had, well, what's going to happen with some of the existing IBOs? And, when it comes to paying the renewal and when it comes to paying their business support fee, how will that work? And here's how it's going to basically work. If an IBO joined on or after the 1st of August, 2019. They will pay the new annual renewal fee, which is the lower fee, and they'll start paying their monthly business support fee on their annual renewal date. So if they joined after August 1, 2019, they'll pay the new annual renewal fee, and they'll start paying their monthly business support fee on their annual renewal date. So I'll give you an example. If I joined ACN on the 30th of September, 2019, my annual renewal date in 2020 is the 30th of September, 2020. So I will pay the new annual renewal fee and start paying the monthly business support fee on the 30th of September, 2020. So it's pretty simple. Now, let me give you another scenario. IBOs who joined prior to the 1st of August, 2019, with an annual renewal date between the 1st of August, 2020 and the 31st of December, 2020, will pay the new annual renewal fee and start paying the monthly business support fee on their annual renewal date. So if I joined ACN, for example, on the 22nd of October, 2017, my renewal date would be 2020, right? The 22nd of October. I would pay the new annual renewal fee and start paying for the monthly business support fee on the 22nd of October, 2020. In the last scenario, this is for IBOs who joined prior to the 1st of August, 2019, with an annual renewal date on or after the 1st of January, 2021 to the 31st of July, 2021. And here's how this group of IBOs will work. Okay, they'll start paying their monthly business support fee on their anniversary day, or I should say day in January of 2021. But their renewal fee, which is 55 Australian to 57.50, they'll pay that on their renewal date, which could be up to 5 months later. And the reason we did that was because these people had paid their renewal actually a larger amount in the renewal. So therefore, by giving them the 5 months extra time of not paying their business support fee, it kind of balances that out. So I'll give you an example. If I joined ACN on the 11th of April, 2015, therefore my annual renewal date in 2021 is on the 11th of April, 2021. I'll start paying for the monthly business support fee on the 11th of January, 2021, and I'll pay the new annual renewal fee on April 11th, 2021. So again, all of this information will be sent to you. You'll have time to digest it, and then you'll know exactly where you fit in. So obviously new IBOs, we know what they're going to experience starting from August 1st going forward, but we just wanted to give you a little clarity on, for those IBOs who've been in the business for some time. All right, moving on. Let's talk about the new customer bonuses. I know you're going to like this. Now, the new customer bonuses are going to be both for new IBOs and existing IBOs. But here's the difference. If you're a new IBO, so you're within your first 30 days of business, the way the customer bonuses will work, it's based on the customers you acquire within your first 30 days. For existing IBOs or any IBO that's in ACN past their first 30 days, the bonuses that they earn for acquiring customers is based on a calendar month, but they're exactly the same. The only difference is a new IBO is working on their first 30 days because they could sign up any time of the month, right? They might sign up August, 15th. So, from August 15th to September 15th, that's going to be their first 30 days. And they're going to be working towards achieving their customer bonuses in their first 30 days. But after that, it's going to be based on a calendar month. So here's how it's going to work. For a for at least 3 services and 6 points, whether you're a new IBO or an existing IBO, you can earn $75. Now, again, if you're in Western Australia or New Zealand, as you guys are familiar with, we have the promotion going on, which is 3 services and 5 points. That's going to be actually a part of the current plan. It'll be 3 services and 5 points because of the lack of services within those markets in comparison to the rest of Australia. So that won't change. But on this PowerPoint, I have 3 services and 6 points. Now, one thing I want to just mention about this, we do believe at some point in the future, because we are bringing so many services to Australia, that we'll probably increase that to 7 points. And that might happen next year, maybe January. We don't have a specific date, but I just wanted to let you know with the addition of services, we'll probably increase that at some point. But that's what it is going to be today. And I don't believe we're going to make any changes to that this year. But I just wanted you to know that at some point in the future, we'll probably increase it as we keep bringing more services to the marketplace. But again, 3 services, 6 points for $75. Now, if a IBO gets 5 services and 10 points, they can make $150, 8 services and 16 points for $250, 11 services and 22 points, $350. And basically you can see the trend there. You earn $100 for every additional 3 services and 6 points after the first 5 services and 10 points. Now, I want to make it clear there that there's going to be more services. Most services will be included when you're going after these bonuses. There'll be a few exclusions, and the exclusions are for obvious reasons. For example, if somebody's upgrading a Vodafone plan, that's going to be excluded. We won't consider that a new customer. Or if there's a new or switched SIM-only month-to-month service, or between, if somebody was going from one mobile partner to another mobile partner that ACN's partnered with, that wouldn't be included either. Switch to NBN broadband services between our broadband partners and the ACN broadband services, that wouldn't be included. But all the other services will be included. And we're going to make sure that's all outlined and it's very clear to all of you how that's going to work. But again, those are just obvious things. And I think most people understand that. Now, for somebody's very first 3 services, so if somebody's a brand new IBO and they're getting their very first 3 services and 6 points, there'll be more inclusions there. And we'll outline that because for a brand new IBO, they're going to be able to qualify just like they're able to qualify today. So that'll all be spelled out for you. But this is all designed for someone who wants to go out and get customers, for someone who wants to be customer centric, where they can actually make customer bonuses every single month for just going out and getting customers. Imagine somebody joining ACN where they could make maybe $150 a month or $250 a month or $350 a month or more just for getting customers. And every time they get customers, what are they doing? They're starting to build a residual income. So all this is going to eventually feed the residuals. So let's talk about the new customer acquisition bonuses, or the CABs. And when we say new, we're just moving some of the money around. You guys are really familiar with how the CABs work, but we've moved some of the money around based on where we see the greatest activity to give in return the greatest impact to the people who are building the business so they can make good money while they're building their teams. So here's the existing CABs, as you guys are familiar with. The open line ETL is 100, regional director is 200, regional vice president is 100, and senior vice president is 20. But then when you look at the first generation regional director, that's 50, RVP is 20, and senior vice president is 10. So here's how we move the money around, and we think it's going to be beneficial to all of you significantly. Here's how it's going to work. So for ETLs, their open line is going to be 50, but for regional directors, we reduced it to 150, but look what we did the first generation. We increased it to 100. And we did that because there's a lot of regional directors that are going to break, one or more regional directors in multiple lines. And what we want to do is create an incentive because there's a lot of regional directors that are already working with regional directors in their organization. So we felt it was appropriate to pay you more on your first generation regional director business. So everyone as a regional director is always going to be sponsoring and building new open line. We would expect that. But for those regional directors that might break a regional director in one line or a second line or a third line, we still want to incentivize you to work with those lines as well. So we're going to increase that bonus to $100. Now, when you go to regional vice president, the open line is going to remain the same. It's going to be $100, but your first generation is going to increase to 50. So if you're a regional vice president and you're overriding a regional vice president, you're going to see an increase there. Now, senior vice presidents, we weren't paying a lot of money in cabs there. So the senior vice presidents are going to be building in their regional vice president open, their regional director open, their first generation regional director open, their first generation RVP open. That's what they're going to be receiving their cabs. But that's how the cab structure is going to work moving forward from August 1st. Okay, continuing forward. So we also have some new designation requirements for RVP Gold and Platinum. It's going to take 3,000 points, obviously, and then RVP Gold is going to be a monthly minimum downline billing of $200 total, $1,000 in total billing with a max of 60,000 per leg. Was 75, but it's going to be 60,000. We want to promote width in the business. And for RVP Platinum, it's still going to remain 300,000, but instead of 125,000 per leg, it's going to be a max of 100,000 per leg. That's going to be the new requirement for RVP Gold and RVP Platinum. And those are designations because obviously the position of RVP is the position, but for Gold and Platinum, the extra money, the extra residuals that ACN put in was for those people that focused on getting customers and have their team successful at it and generate billing. And we paid those extra percentages in the plan when we introduced these designations. That's extra money we put in the plan to reward those people that were building high levels of billing and also building structure. And obviously it assures that people can have a nice residual income at the Gold and Platinum level. But remember, Gold and Platinum are designations. They're not positions. The position is RVP. But for somebody to hit those designations, they'll be rewarded for doing so. Okay, now we're going to talk about the residual commissions. And obviously I'm going to talk to you about your personal residuals, as well as I'm going to talk about your team residuals. But I'm going to start talking about your personal residuals. And I think you're going to really like what I'm going to share with you. So here's what you were previously earning. And this is all going to change on the 1st of August for everyone, not only new IBOs, but all the existing IBOs as well. So under the existing business, the existing model, the way your personal residuals work is when an IBO joins, they can make between 1% and 10% of the commissionable value of the services that they're offering to their customers. And the way to qualify for those percentages is pretty simple. If somebody had anywhere from 1 point to 29 points, they were going to earn 1%. But the moment they get to 30 points, all the way to 49 points, they're going to earn 3% of their personal customers' commissionable value. From 50 to 74 points, they earn 5%. And from 75 points and higher, they're going to earn 10% of the commissionable value of their personal customers. Now that's what we have had up till now. As of August 1st going forward, here's the changes. It's now going to automatically start at 3% instead of 1%. So many of you who are earning 1% right now on your personal customers, as of August 1 going forward, there's nothing you have to do. You're automatically going to make 3% of your personal customers because that is now where we're going to start the range. So 1 to 39 customer points pays you 3%. And then to get to 5%, you reach 40 to 59 customer points. Then to get to 10%, it's 60 to 99 customer points. And then look what happens. We're now adding higher percentages. You can earn up to 20% now. From 100 points to 149 customer points, you can earn 14%. From 150 to 199 customer points, you can earn 17%. And from 200 points and higher, you can earn 20% of the commissionable value of all your personal customers. And look at some of the benefits here. I already mentioned that, we're going from 1 to 3% automatic. There's nothing you have to do. But to get to the 5% level, it was 50 customer points. We're lowering it now to 40 customer points. So if somebody wants to get to 5%, it was 50 customer points. Now it's 40. So we're making it easier. Also, to get to 10%, it was 75 customer points, but now we've reduced it to 60 customer points. So someone who was working towards getting a 10% before, they had to get 75 customer points. Now they only have to get 60 to be at 10%. And obviously the next, which I think is the greatest benefit, is now you're not limited. Now you can earn 14%, 70%, and even as high as 20% of your personal customer points. Let me tell you why this is so powerful. A lot of people don't know this, but when we started ACN, I still remember this like yesterday. We signed a contract with a long distance phone company. And our contract was that they would pay us a residual income, and then we would bring them customers. And we took that residual commission and we created the ACN compensation plan. Do you know what they were paying us? Now think about it. This was the contract we had that we got paid, and then we had to disseminate a residual schedule. We got paid a total of like 13 or 14%. Think about that. So with this compensation plan, we are now allowing an individual person who joins ACN, whether they ever build a team or not, they can make up to 20% of the commissionable value of the services that they sell residually. Do you guys know how powerful that is? You couldn't go anywhere and get a contract today with any company globally and get a contract to earn 20% residual income on services that customers use, the services that we sell. This is huge. So there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be very attracted to joining ACN just because of this alone. So that's your personal commissions. Now let's talk about your team commissions. So this is the current schedule that people are getting paid today. So we already talked about your personal, but when you look at levels 1, 2, and 3, today we're paying 1/4% residual income. So you're not even getting 1%, you're getting 0.25%. Now, in order to get paid to your second level, you need 10 points. To get paid to your third level, fourth level, you need 25 points. To get paid to your fifth and sixth level, you need 50 personal points. And to get paid, obviously, through 7 levels, you need 75 personal points. But we pay currently 1/4% on levels 1, 2, and 3. You get 0.5% on level 4, 3% on level 5, and then 5% on 6 and 8% on level 7. Here's where we're going to make the big adjustments. Here's how the new plan is going to work. On levels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we're going to be paying 3% residual income. Now, that's a monumental increase when you think about someone today who's earning only 1/4% on their customers from all the IBOs that are under level 1 and on level 2 and on level 3. They're only earning 1/4% today, but that's all going to change from August 1st going forward, because that's going to go to 3%. And on level 4, you're getting 0.5%. And on level 5, you're already getting 3%. But now we're going to balance it out. So think about that. Think about how simple it is now to explain ACN. When somebody joins ACN, they make 3% of their personal customers. And as they start building an organization, levels 1, levels 2, levels 3, levels 4, levels 5, they can now qualify to get paid 3% on all those levels as well. So it's really simple to understand. It's really simple to explain. So what does somebody need to do to qualify? To get paid on levels 1 and 2, you need a total of 40 personal points. To reach level 3, you need 60 points. To reach level 5, you need 75 points. So to reach the maximum amount of levels, it's no different than what you guys are doing today. Now, what happens to level 6 and level 7? So today, RVP Gold, RVP Platinum, and SVPs, they start picking up their residuals on level 8 and beyond. Okay, what we're going to do now is that's going to come forward to levels 6, 7, and beyond. So when somebody becomes an RVP and they start making their residuals where they were making it past their 7th level, they'll now be making it past their 5th level. So they're going to make it on level 6 and beyond. So whatever commission they're earning, whether they're earning RVP residuals, whether they're earning RVP Gold residuals, whether they're earning RVP Platinum residuals, or whether they're earning Senior Vice President residuals, that will now be picked up on levels 6, 7, and beyond. And that's how the commission structure is going to work going forward. Let me tell you, this is really, really powerful. I'm going to tell you why. One of the things that we have noticed, especially over the last 5 or 6 years, when you look at the average IBO in ACN, today they're selling more and more services that we're selling through our agency partners. Now, when we sell to an agency partner, typically the commissionable value is a little bit less because it's a partner of ACN. It's not a company that is owned by ACN. So by increasing the residuals, the way we're doing it significantly, when a new IBO joins, they're going to see a greater impact on their residuals right away. So you're going to see a lot more people earning higher residuals, which means they're going to see an impact, and it's going to get them really excited. When you're only paying out 0.25% on levels 1, 2, and 3, eventually, yeah, it does catch up, but it takes a lot longer and you need a lot more customers. This way, you're going to see a greater impact. So someone's going to be able to earn $50 a month of residuals pretty quickly, or $100 or $200 or $300 or $500. And as people start building their residuals, they start really getting excited because that residual income, once you experience earning money month after month after month on something you did a long time ago, that motivates you. And we're going to see a lot of people getting motivated because a lot of people in ACN are going to see this impact hit their current residuals from August going forward. They're going to see it impact their residuals. And it's going to be very motivating for a lot of people. Okay, now let's talk about the customer points and the commissionable revenue. Now, the only 2 services that we're going to see a change in the commissionable value is one is going to be with Sphere, the payment processing. So obviously we've got 2 main products that customers are selling. One is for 3 points, one is for 1 point. And currently under the current model, we're paying the commissionable value is 100% of the Sphere revenue. That's going to change to 70% of the Sphere revenue. And that's the balance we need to make in the compensation plan. You're still going to get paid for the life of the customer. And the only other change we're going to make is with the security services ADT. So right now, all plans are 2 points and you're getting paid 100% of the CV on the monthly commissionable revenue. And I know most of the plans are 36 months that you get paid on, but I know there's, I think, 1 or 2 that you get paid on 48 months. And obviously that depends on the plan. But here's how it's going to work going forward. Every plan that we're going to offer, your residual income will be based on 36 months. All plans will be 2 points, and your monthly commissionable revenue that you're going to receive your residuals on will be on 50% of the plan fee or to the customer tenure. What that means is if your customer was on the service for 2 years, for example, and they decided to get off the service, then obviously that customer, you would no longer be getting paid a residual on that customer because they wouldn't be a customer anymore. But all plans will pay 36 months or if a customer drops off before that. But that's going to be the only changes you're going to see in the commissionable value. All the other commissionable values with all the other services are going to stay exactly as they are, exactly as you know them today, which is great because if you take a look at what we did in North America, we actually had to make huge adjustments to the CV with almost every service just because it was out of balance. Where in Asia Pacific, it's really still in balance. These were the only two products that we had that was a little out of whack. But the great news is almost every other service that you guys have is going to stay 100% the same. So there's nothing you guys have to worry about in relation to CVs. Okay, so what do the new ACN fees and compensation plan really mean for you? I know it says me in the slide, but what does it really mean for you? Well, the first thing you're going to notice is when you're introducing ACN to the new plan, it's very simple to explain. And I know I mentioned that just a few minutes ago, but that's really important for you to digest, because the number one reason why people have trouble sharing the ACN opportunity to a new person when they join is because deep down inside, they don't fully understand how the compensation plan works. But when you make the compensation plan simple, where a new person can understand it, then they're going to go out and they're going to explain it to more people. But what's even more important is if you make it simple, it's also easy to understand. So there's going to be more and more people that will be attracted to the opportunity because it just makes sense. So you're going to be able to build your business, and there's going to be a lot of new people willing to go out and explain the business to other people because it is simple to explain. It is simple to understand, which will make it easier for everyone to build their business. You're going to also notice that people who join, they're going to be more customer focused. And you got to ask your question, why? Why are they going to be more customer focused? Because if you look at some of the incentives that we have, it's a no-brainer. People are going to see right away, whether they're in their first 30 days or they're working month to month, that they can make customer bonuses for getting customers every single month. And they don't have to get a lot of customers to release those bonuses. And they can earn as much as they want, because for every 3 customers and X amount of points they get, they can add to their customer bonuses. So that's going to excite a lot of people because that's upfront money. And they're going to be able to go after that, whether they build an organization or not. But more importantly, look, the average person is going to look at their personal commissions. If they can make between 3 and 20%, man, people are going to get really excited about that. So you're going to see a lot more people going after customers. You're going to see a lot more training. People are going to specialize in customer acquisition training. Why? Because people are going to see the value in it. And when you look at the residual schedule that we're paying right now, where somebody can make 3% through the first 5 levels, just for a new person getting started, they're thinking to themselves, wow, okay, I can just make 3% of my own personal customers, or I can build a team and get paid 3% on a team going out and getting customers. And they're going to understand leverage. So they're going to want to get really good at explaining how to get customers. So you're going to see that the compensation plan will be really customer centric. We believe that the average IBO is going to increase the number of customers that are coming in because they're going to see the incentive, but the uplines are going to see the value in training and teaching and helping people get better at getting customers. And that's what it's all about, right? Because long-term, you want to make your residual income. And what also we're going to see is people are going to get a greater impact because they're going to see their residuals grow much faster with this new plan. Also, every customer acquired, whether it's personal or by your team, everything is going to count towards qualifying for senior positions going forward. So everyone in the model is going to be focusing on building their customers because they're going to want to, achieve positions like regional vice president. They're going to want to achieve positions like, RVP Gold or Platinum or Senior Vice President. And you got to keep in mind, look, when I got started in network marketing in, late I think it was 1989 or 1990 when I first got started in network marketing, I remember, I really analyzed a lot of compensation plans in the market at the time. And what I really love about compensation plans in our industry is when you join ACN, you have to keep in mind, you are in your own business. And that compensation plan is really a blueprint to your success. So as you're moving up from one position to the next position, and you're focusing on the requirements of that position, all you're simply doing is you're building your business, but it's also training, because as you're moving up from one position to the next position to the next position, you're learning how to build the business, which means you're going to now teach others who are joining to do the same thing. Look, it's not easy to become a regional vice president. It's not easy to become a senior vice president. It's not easy to build a large team. We've never said building our business is easy. We have said it's simple because the concept is simple, but look, building any business is going to take a lot of work. If you wanted to go out and start a restaurant, that's going to take work. But what's great about our industry, what's great about our compensation plan is for that person who just wants to do something part-time, just earn a few customer acquisition bonuses or customer bonuses or build a small residual to supplement their full-time career. Great. But for that above average person who wants to build a massive empire with an ACN, they can do that as well. But everyone is going to work their way up the plan. I look at senior vice president that's not the destination. That's not the goal, because that's not the end of your business. I look at SVP, that's the start of your business, because everything to senior vice president is your education. But when you become a senior vice president, that is where you've maximized the amount of earnings that you can take advantage of in doing the same work. Because if you think about it, whether somebody's an executive team leader, whether they're a regional director or regional vice president or a senior vice president, everyone wakes up in the morning and they do the same thing. They're building the business the same way. But the senior vice president makes more money for doing the same work. And it's really important for you to understand that, because between getting started and becoming a senior vice president, that is your education. The blueprint is laid out. All you've got to do is stay focused, work hard. Now, whether you get to senior vice president in 1 year, whether it takes you 2 years, whether it takes you 5 years, that's not the important thing. Everybody's going to hit it when it's their time to hit it, but you never stop until you do hit it. And when you become a senior vice president, that's day one of your business, because that's where you now maximize the compensation plan. You make the most amount of money for the same work that you do every single day. And now from there, you can build your business as large as you want. It's up to you how far you go. But I'm telling you, all the adjustments we made, everything we changed, it's going to drive your business in a very positive way. The impact is going to be monumental. For some of you, you don't even realize how much of an impact it's going to be. But I'm telling you, for the long-term aspect of our business, this is one of the best compensation plans you will ever see in the history of our business, in the history of our industry. And I'm going to tell you why. Most direct sales companies, most of them, if you look at their compensation plans, they're not a real business. And when I say they're not a real business, is I dissect compensation plans. I do that because I want to understand what other companies are doing. But if you look at how most IBOs earn their money in other direct sales companies, most direct sales companies sell consumable products, which means IBOs build teams and they make their money when the IBOs, the people that are on their team, purchase the product to sell. Very rarely do they make money when their IBOs get customers, where everything we do is about getting customers. Whether you get a customer bonus, whether you make personal residuals, whether you make customer acquisition bonuses, or whether you make team residuals, whether you become a regional vice president, gold or platinum, and you earn that extra residuals with those designations, or you become a senior vice president and make residuals beyond your 7th level, everything we do, every penny you earn in this business is based on customers being acquired and services being used and commissionable revenue being generated. And that is creating a real business with real customers. And that's why ACN, in my opinion, is the strongest direct sales company in the world today. And I believe we're the best direct sales company in the world today. And there's nothing out there that I've seen that even comes close to comparing to what we do, because we're one of the only companies that actually sell services that customers use every single day. So obviously you have more control of your business. Some people have asked questions, like one of the questions is, are the customer bonuses the same in New Zealand? And the answer is yes. And as of today, because of the challenges we have in New Zealand, if an IBO does start in New Zealand, they can take advantage of all the customer bonuses. If they acquire customers in Australia, we'll pay that over. So that's a positive. Also, people might ask, what payment methods are acceptable, for the sign-up fee or the annual renewal or the monthly business support fee. And what we'll take as far as payment fees is debit cards and credit cards. Both of those are accepted. Also, people can say, can I pay the monthly business support fee in advance? Now, that's something we're looking at in the future, but right now, the answer to that question is no. The payments will be automatically debited every month. Using a payment method, it's obviously saved in your back office. So it's obviously a very simple system. It's not complicated, but we're always going to look at ways that we can improve in the future. I promise you that. Also, people say, when can I start training and promoting the new compensation plan? And my answer is right now. Now, I know that some people might join ACN in the next couple of days, even before August 1st. And if somebody does join, remember, they're going to be joining under the current compensation plan. They're going to be taking advantage of the current, quick start bonuses. They're going to be paying the current fee. Okay, that's the way it's going to work if they sign up before August 1st. But everything I just showed you will be for IBOs who sign up from August 1st going forward. But yes, I would highly encourage you to first learn this new information, and you can get out there and start training and telling people about it as of today, because all this information will be made available to all of you guys. So that's it. There you have it, everyone. That's all the information. I appreciate all of you being a part of this webinar today. I hope that the information we covered made sense. But as I mentioned, we covered this at a very high level. You guys will have plenty of time to review all the information, as it will be all made available to all of you later today. So again, I appreciate each and every one of you for being a part of this call today. Thank you very much, and take care, everyone, and have a remainder of a